Here we go again. But see, this time with Micah Parsons, the story is a bit different than the usual because normally a star player will come available and that star player will end up going somewhere else, whether it's via trade, via free agency, however. And then after the fact, it'll come out, oh, the Baltimore Ravens, they were interested. The Baltimore Ravens, they tried. The Baltimore Ravens were in talks with that player about him joining their team, but they ended up failing. But see, this time with Micah Parsons, it was flipped around because he was the one interested in us. And you know what? Let's just see what Jamiee Fowler reported on this situation. Says, according to ESPN insider Jamiee Fowler, there was a strong belief around the league that Micah Parsons had at least 2 other Super Bowl contenders on his radar, one of which was the Baltimore Ravens. In our reporting, multiple team executives believe that Micah Parsons was intrigued by several teams in the process, including the Ravens and the Chiefs. This was moot. The Cowboys will focus on getting the best deal they could. Oh, boy. You know what's funny? A lot of people called a lot of us Ravens fans crazy for wanting that Micah Parsons deal to happen. A lot of people called us insane. Oh, man, it's not realistic. But Micah Parsons, he wanted it to happen, too. So is he crazy? Is he that unrealistic? Or are we as fans just thinking like really, really good football players? I think it's the latter. But anyway, this gets me that much more excited for the season. Reason being because Micah Parsons, he was interested in the Ravens and the Chiefs. Now, the Ravens have obviously come up short when it's come to not only winning Super Bowls, but even making it to the Super Bowls recently. But the Chiefs, they've been a team that's been extremely successful. They done been to 1 million Super Bowls. They done won 1 million Super Bowls. And they lost 2 of them, of course, to the Eagles last year and then a couple years before to the Bucks. But they just keep getting there year after year after year after year after year. And we tired of it, but you got to respect their process. Now, with the Baltimore Ravens, we've been to AFC Championship. We've been to some divisional game, but we just ain't been sealing the deal. But for Micah Parsons to put us in the same category, for Micah Parsons to be interested in the team that's been getting it done and us, that says a lot about how we're viewed in his eyes, but probably also in the eyes of a lot of people around the league. And this lets us know that the Baltimore Ravens are legitimate contenders this year. The way that this roster is, they can get it done. The way that this coaching staff is established, they can make it happen. Ravens have everything that they need in place to finish the deal. So even though we didn't make Micah Parsons to the Baltimore Ravens happen, no excuses to not be holding that trophy at the end of this season. Now, that wasn't the only exciting thing happening for Ravens Flock today, because our guy Cordell Woolen, who has been crushing it for years, bringing us reports on our Baltimore Ravens. Make sure you follow him on Twitter if you're not already. He gave us the following update. He said, Pat Ricard was the only guy I didn't see on the practice field. Hold up. He was the only guy you didn't see on the practice field. Isaiah Likely hasn't been practicing, has he? I know he hasn't. Isaiah Likely wasn't practicing, but he was working off to the side with trainers. This is the first time I've seen him do that since his injury. So Isaiah Likely, he is getting close. Something that we always say and something that we always see for years. If a Ravens player is injured and they've been out for a while, once they start working off to the side on that field, that means they are so much closer to being back. And that's what Isaiah Likely was doing today. Hey, could it be next week that he makes his big return? I don't know, but we'll see. He's that much closer, though. My favorite part of the videos is right now where we get to hear from you. If you want to take part in it, send an email to teamkeepitclean@gmail.com. Or if you want to show the channel a little extra support, you can go to patreon.com/Ingravenvids and become a Team Keep It Clean patron. Shout out to all the Team Keep It Clean patrons. Shout out to all the channel members too. We don't be showing y'all enough love, and I appreciate y'all like crazy. Thank you to everybody for the way that y'all support the channel. Make sure you subscribe to it, turn your notifications on so you don't miss nothing. And last but certainly not least, leave a like on the video because it helps out the channel a ton. Let's get into the first question that came from my guy, Nicholas. He said, "Hey, Ingraven, before I ask my question, I just wanted to say thank you for giving us a platform. I don't know why everyone is hyping this game with Buffalo up. I don't think this game will negatively affect our team if we win it and will lose 2 or 3 games after it. I think the playoffs matter more." Well, definitely the playoffs matter more, but you want to start off the right way. Obviously, the game from last year is on a lot of people's minds going into this game. It's still at Buffalo. It's against the same 2 teams, but it'll be real nice to just punch Buffalo in the mouth to start the season. That would just really start us off right. Anyway, he said, "I also don't think the Ravens look ahead like us Ravens fans do." Oh, no, they can't. They can't do that. They the ones playing the game. We can look as far ahead as we want to, but they simply can't do that. He said, "My question is, if whether or not we beat Buffalo, do you think we will be able to get that 1 seed in the playoffs if we lose to Buffalo week 1? Or do you think that we will have our mindset on January football with the expectations of making it regardless of what seed we get?" I mean, it really doesn't matter. It'd be nice to get the 1 seed. I would love for the Ravens to get the 1 seed. I know people talk about, oh, we don't want no bye week. We want them to be playing it. I want the 1 seed. I want that home field advantage throughout. I want every single game to be at the crib for the Ravens. That's what I want. Ravens know whether they got a bye week or not, they need to be prepared. They need to be on it. So get it done, whether you got a bye week or not. But playoffs, obviously you got to get there. But in order to get to the playoffs, you got to do really good in the regular season. So it has to happen. So whether it's with the 1 seed, whether it's with the 2, whatever seed you get a seed. Get a seed, plant it, and watch that thing grow all the way to the Super Bowl. He also said, I kind of think both. God bless you and your family as well as our channel. Hey, always appreciate you, Nicholas. Thank you, man. Next question came from Anonymous. He said, "Quick question. First off, hope you and the family are good." Hey, I appreciate you, whoever you are. He said, "And my question is, how comfortable are you with our offensive line? And are you concerned or are you okay with it?" We'll see. We'll see. We haven't seen them all play together yet, so I'm not too concerned as of right now. There is some unknowns with the 2 guards, but we're going to see how things play out in the regular season once they get to the real games. Next question came from my guy, Emmanuel. He said, "Keep doing what you're doing. I appreciate your hard work." Thank you, Emmanuel. He said, "I got 3 questions for you. Number 1, do you think the Ravens are going to be like the Kansas City Chiefs and be a dynasty?" They got to get that first one first. I got caught up in 2019 about with the Dynasty talk too. I said, nope, never again. Let them get their first one first, then we'll have that conversation another time. He said, 2, when Lamar Jackson wins the Super Bowl, do you think he's going to be treated like Jalen Hurts by the media? Ooh, no, because he's better than Jalen Hurts, and he's already shown that. He got 2 MVPs, should have had 3. So no, I don't think that he will. And he said, number 3, how many Super Bowls do you think Lamar Jackson will win in his career? I really say as much as he wants to. Well, not as much as he wants to, because I'm sure he would have wanted to win from 2018 to now. But I could see him winning at least like 3 of them, at least. Like, because, again, they've had the teams to do it, and as long as Eric DeCosta is here, he's going to continue to construct rosters that can compete for Super Bowls. So it's really up to the Ravens. He also said, do you think Marc Andrews is going to have a great game after what happened the last time he played the Buffalo Bills? Yeah, I think Marc Andrews will be just fine. And what if Lamar Jackson did the unthinkable and done something all of these all-time great quarterbacks have not done and go undefeated in the regular season and in the playoffs in the same season, this upcoming season? How would you feel about that? Oh, that'd be crazy. That'd be crazy great. And I know there are some Ravens fans who actually think it's going to happen. And hey, after week 1, we'll see. It could be possible. But I would love that. Like, as long as Ravens win a Super Bowl, whether you got to win 17 games, then win them 3 playoff games, or if you lose some games, as long as you win a Super Bowl, go for it, man. Anyway, he also said, do you think Lamar Jackson is ready to go slay that dragon in Kansas City? Because I think he's ready, man, because I'm so sick of them and constantly having our number last several years. I think Lamar Jackson will beat them in the AFC Championship game. I think he's been ready. They've come up short creatively so many different ways, especially last year. Oh, that was so tough, man. But obviously in the playoffs too, they've just had our number in general. So Ravens can get it done though. They got the ability, they got the team to get it done. It's just a matter of making it happen. And he also said, if we go to the Super Bowl this year, who do you want to play against? Me personally, I want the Eagles. I don't care, because Ravens will be in the Super Bowl. So I don't care who they will be going up against as long as they're there. And he said, finally, I do have the Ravens getting their 3rd Super Bowl ring in franchise history and Lamar Jackson winning his first 3 or 4. Oh, I like that. Next question came from my guy, Manuel. He said, hola, Ingraven, ¿cómo estás? I hope you and your family are doing well. I know the season's about to start, and we all have doubt about the offensive line, especially with Falele at right guard. He doesn't show that aggressiveness at the point of attack, or as coach from Sip to Tally put, he looks like a Scooby-Doo character running from a ghost most of the time. Oh, my goodness. Yikes. Anyway, he said, for as much as his fans scream and showcase that he is not the answer to the position, and even experts from the media point out that his bad reps are worse than bad and can get Lamar, pray it won't happen, the cold, hard truth is that Harbaugh doesn't care. He He wants his selection to go out and play and to prove everyone he is right. But I feel like this is a pride move, not a smart head coach move, because if it was, you would have told Falele that big country or any undrafted free agent can have his spot. But until Harb recognizes that Falele is not the answer, that changing who you are in the playoffs is not the answer, the Ravens will waste Lamar Jackson until Harb changes his world philosophy of football. That's interesting. Now, I will say, with Harb's having somebody that he handpicked and like, okay, that's going to be the guy for sure, and it's not going to be any competition there. I would say another example of that is Brandon Stephens. Brandon Stephens, again, he had that really crazy great year a couple years ago, but then last year it disappeared. I'm not sure what happened, what went wrong. I just really don't know. Maybe it was a secondary coach leaving to go be the defensive coordinator of the Titans, maybe, but I don't know what it was. And it was just a crazy drop-off. But throughout all the struggles, Harb still continued to leave him out there, despite teams picking on him, despite teams going for 21 and like literally throwing the ball his way when they needed a big play or a penalty or whatever it might be. And that happened in the regular season, it happened in the playoffs. But Harb stuck with him. So with Daniel Falele, it's, I don't want to say a lot of the same. It's just Harb sticking with him through everything. But we hope that with Daniel Falele, with his second year being the right guard, that things will improve because we're rooting for Daniel Falele. We want him to do well. We don't want to just tear him down. Oh, he's this and he's that. No. We want him to do really good this year because Daniel Falele does better. The whole team does better. So hope that he can really get things, I don't even want to say turn around, but he can really get things going and consistently too. He said, just doing my best to keep it real and keep it clean. For I believe Lamar will tell Harb's my way or no way for the playoffs. Next question came from my guy Griffins. He said, Ray Lewis got me ready to run through a wall with that speech that he gave a couple of weeks ago when he was at Ravens training camp. He said, we are winning it this year, and this isn't the case of awarding the champions early. It's ours. We have to earn it, though. But on to my thought. If we brought Ray Lewis in as a linebacker coach, would he get a ring, too, if we won? Oh, yeah, I mean, all the coaches, everybody get a ring because he'll be part of the team. So, yeah, he would get one, too. He said, if so, no other Raven has had more than 2 Super Bowl rings besides Ray. Oh, well, he wouldn't get one as a player, but I would get what you're saying, though. Next question came from my guy, King Jamiee. He said, what's good, my guy Ingraven, and blessings to you and the family. I just want to say that football is back, man. I love it. Oh, yeah, we all do. He said, but I got a few questions I would like to ask. Why is it that people not talking about DeAndre Hopkins? I mean, it's like he just low-key, and everybody keep forgetting that he's still like a dual threat and still has potential. They don't need to talk about him. That's fine. He's going to show him real soon. He said, my other question is, what do you think about that kid, LaJohntay Weston, and how we will use him? We're pretty stacked on both sides of the field. This season's going to be crazy. Just as a return man, especially as a punt returner. And what he can bring is that electricity back to the Ravens return game that's been missing consistently for a while. Next question came from my guy, Gregory. He said, yo, Ingraven, what's up, man? Hope all is well. Listen, the Baltimore Ravens will be the Super Bowl champions at the end of this year. Mark my words. Shout out to you and all you're doing. Shout out to the Ravens flock. This is our year, baby. Oh, straight like that. My guy, Greg, he said, I ain't with the nonsense. This is what's happening. This is what's going down. And this is why. Hey, we appreciate you, and we hope you end up being right. Next question came from my guy, JDub. He said, what's up, Ingraven? Do you believe that Eric DeCosta will extend both Lamar Jackson and Tyler Linderbaum sometime before, during, or after the end of this season? Lamar Jackson, yes. Tyler Linderbaum, no. I hope he does, though. He said, Eric DeCosta and Ravens will have to take in consideration of both Isaiah Likely and Marc Andrews' contracts, along with some of their key players that they're willing to keep and work with, such as Zay Flowers, Marlon Humphrey, and many others. Ooh, as far as Isaiah Likely and Marc Andrews, it's looking like it's going to be Isaiah Likely, but not Marc Andrews. All signs are pointing to Isaiah Likely being the future at tight end. Next question came from my guy, Matthew. He said, hey, how's it going, Ingraven? Hope you and the family are doing well. Appreciate that, Matt. He said, man, if you were born on August 4th, you are destined to be on the Ravens special teams unit, which reminds me, I just wanted to send out a PSA for everyone to have your high heart medication ready, LOL. I say this because John, the last few years, has been bold and going for the 2-point conversions, and that's when we had the greatest kicker of all time. Now we have a rookie, and you know how easy it is to be in a doghouse with John? Heck, we might not even go for a field goal all season, and the play calling for 2-point conversions has been rough the last few years, so I need them to really figure that out this season. That's a really good point that you bring up, because, yeah, they did go for a lot of 2-point conversions, but now with a rookie kicker, they may be like, you know what, we're going to go for even more, so we'll see. He said, also, just a thought, who do you think will take over kickoff duty with it being even more crucial this year with the rule change and Stout not being the most accurate these last few years? Just curious your thoughts, and hope you and all the team keep it clean. Have a great week. I think it'll be Tyler Loop. I think he'll be the kickoff specialist. I think he'll obviously be the field goal kicker as well. So I think Loop will be handling everything. Next question came from my guy Liam. He said, hello, Ingraven. As we get ready for the Ravens matchup versus the Bills Sunday night, I thought I'd have a little bit of fun and ask you who will get the first touchdown of the 2025 season. I'll go with Derrick Henry. I went with him last year, and I'm going to go with him again this season, too. He said, after going back the previous 5 years, the first touchdowns were as follows. A 5-yard rushing touchdown by Derrick Henry in 24, a 4-yard rush touchdown by J.K. Dobbins in 23, a 25-yard receiving touchdown by Duvernay in 22, a 34-yard touchdown by Tyson Williams in 21, and a 5-yard receiving touchdown by Marc Andrews in 2020. Also, who do you think will get the first sack and interception of the year? And do you think either of those will come week 1 against Buffalo? You know what? I'm going to say, yeah. First sack, put my money on, I'm going to go with a Fairway. First interception, give me Kyle Hamilton. Give me Super Duper Kyle. He said, personally, I have Bateman continuing right where he left off and scoring the first touchdown of the year, and having Michael still hasn't earned those stripes yet. LOL. Green get his first NFL sack on Josh Allen on Sunday Night Football. Excited to hear your answers and cannot wait till Sunday. Let's go Ravens and hashtag team keep it clean. Hey, much love to you, Liam. Next question came from my guy Marc J. He said, what's going on, Ingraven? Everyone loves them some nuggets, right? Wendy's at McDonald's hit, and don't forget Chick-fil-A. I got a 4-piece to share with Team Keep It Clean. You know what's funny? I actually did a taste test yesterday that was on some nuggets, and they were really good. It was McDonald's and Burger King nuggets, but it was some different kind of Burger King nuggets because the seasoning that they had on them was really, really good. Anyway, he said, nugget number 1, what if I told you that the offense is to blame for lack of playoff turnovers? Think about it for a second. You notice how erratic our offense plays and uncharacteristic they get in January by shooting themselves in the foot? It was obviously with Tennessee, Buffalo, and Kansas City. The best game we played was against Cincinnati, where we forced to play our game because we didn't have Lamar in 2022. We were limited with Snoop, no offense. Other teams never do anything spectacular to beat us. It's like Tomlin said, pretty much watch us self-destruct. All the other teams do is play it safe while we make mistakes on offense. So what chance or opportunity does the defense have to cause a turnover? Not a very high one, but of course it can happen. Notice the defense never plays bad. If we play our game and not erratic, it will force the other team to take chances. That's a really, really good point. Teams just sit back and wait. Especially Buffalo last year, they played extremely conservative. They didn't do nothing sexy. They didn't do nothing special. They were just sitting back and waiting for the Ravens to self-destruct. Nugget number 2, this one is a dead horse. Trent Simpson is being misused. Rowe called him a Greek god this offseason. He'll play beside him, but I've been pounding the table for him to move to Sam or Will linebacker being on the outside. He's an athletic freak, so why not have him work with Dr. Rush and Pagano for coverage purposes? Mike Green and Trent press in the pocket. Sign me up. Plus, it'll be a seamless transition from Kyle Vanoy on the field. I think that's a good idea. I do, and hope the Ravens can see that too and use him a little bit differently. Have him comfortable out there. He said, nugget number 3, we love Kyle Hamilton, and I'm glad he's inked up for the future, but I think Tyler Linderbaum holds more value than Kyle does. I say this because look at history. The Ravens have found safety such as DeJuan Landry, Will Hill, Darius Washington, Bo Braid, Sanusi Kane, Ruben Lowry, Keon Martin in some form or fashion, rather be an undrafted free agent or a free agency. Now, none of these are Kyle Hamilton, obviously. Okay, I'm glad you said that because I was getting ready to say that myself. But my point is they made some significant impact in order to make a roster and do their job. They did, but still, none of them are super duper Kyle. I don't think there's a comparison there. But anyway, he said, now flip it. Look at the guards and centers projects that we had. You even said it yourself. It wasn't the best, and the best we had after Burke was Jensen, I believe. Tyler is a true center and brought communication and stability to the team, so it'll be harder to lose him over Kyle. I think both hold a lot of value. That's why I keep saying I want EDC to keep both of them. I obviously kept Super Duper Kyle, so we'll see what happened with Linderbaum. Again, history is not on his side, but hopefully they can rewrite history with a new nice check. Anyway, he said nugget number 4. You still on board for the Ravens to sign a third safety? Keep a lookout for Jabril Peppers. It just fits Ravens' move for a former Wolverine who's a defensive player. I wouldn't mind, but it looks like they're going to stand pat where they at for now and see how things go and then reevaluate after this first game. He said, fries at the bottom of the bag. I would have given up 2 first-round picks, a Dafe away, Broderick Washington, and a Jabo for Micah Parsons. It could have been done. Paying the money would be the difficult part, and keep this in mind. Lamar hasn't restructured yet, and we got Kyle's deal done. That gives me optimism for Tyler Linderbaum and future moves. That's a really, really good point, man. Because Lamar, he's going to free up a good amount of salary cap, too. So, yeah, good point. He said, all these are just thoughts and theories. Nothing too crazy, just some nuggets to eat. Personally, I'm a chicken strip and fry guy. What are the best cut fries for you guys? Oh, my son, he's crinkle cuts all day. Me, I don't know, steak fries are good, crinkle cuts fries are good. I like all kinds of fries, man. Potato is one of the best. Isn't potato a vegetable? I think it is. I forgot what potato is, but it is one of the best things ever because you could do so much stuff with it. We didn't even talk about tater tots, but just fries itself, mashed potato, man, it's so much things that you could do with it. Anyway, he said, I like straight cut fries and steak fries. He said, LOL, hopefully this won't be too long or crazy. Love you all and stay blessed. Postseason focus starts here. Ladies and gentlemen, can you believe it? We have officially cleaned up our inbox with questions from Team Keep It Clean heading into the 2025 regular season. I am so happy, but my brain is absolutely fried right now. I am done. If you haven't seen your question in this video, you'll see it in another video that we actually already worked on for tomorrow. That's why my brain is just done. But this is the last question. It came from my guy CJ from H-Town. He said, Ingraven, what's up, my dog? What's happening, CJ? He said, I'm a Ravens fan from Houston, and I'm going to the game week 3 against the Lions. Any recommended food spots while I'm in Baltimore? Love the videos and keep elevating to the top. Proud YouTube subscriber as well. Appreciate you, CJ. Thank you. Team Keep It Clean. To close us out, please recommend my guy CJ any great food spots in Baltimore. Y'all got to take care of my guy. I am so sorry. My brain is just not clicking right now. It's not functioning. My apologies, but I know for sure Team Keep It Clean got you.